Hi, and welcome to MKW Driving School YouTube channel. We're back again with the 17 competencies we are doing one by one. Lesson planning, risk management, teaching and learning strategy. Last time we was in the teaching and learning strategy and we was talking about timely feedback appropriate for the student. Now we're moving forward to the next competencies. So this one is word the pupil query, follow up and answer. So we're going to do this one today. As I said, every competencies are very important. It looks simple sometimes, but you need to gain number on each competency separately. You got 3 numbers, 2 numbers and 1 number, and what you are aiming for is 3 numbers. So take every competencies as equally important like you always give to the goal and needs. So sometimes maybe you not get the good numbers in goal and needs, but you can get good numbers in teaching and learning strategies. And that is where your risk management and teaching learning strategy will give you the higher numbers. And even if you lose the numbers, you still can get the higher score, which is satisfactory and stay in the 30 lines. So that is why each and every competencies are important. So moving ahead, the PDI should encourage the pupil to self-reflect, seek clarification or further knowledge and understanding when appropriate. So it's a PDI duty that he should encourage his student. The student should self-reflect. What do you learn so far? Can you tell me what important thing you learned from me in last 5 minutes? Can you tell me please? Self-reflect. Seek clarification. Excuse me, just what you explained me now. I got 80%. But I got a little confusion. Can I ask you a question please? So student is asking clarification. Can you give me some example what you just told me? Seeking clarification. Or he want to know the further knowledge. Is there any other more photos I can see about the same topic? Because I think this photo is enough, but I want to see if there are more examples. So further knowledge or understanding when appropriate. But as a PTI, your duty is to encourage the pupil to do all this work, seeking clarification, asking further question, to clear his knowledge, understanding, reflect himself, but your duty to encourage them. This will involve the PTI interacting with the pupil and creating a learning environment that encourage two-way discussion and coaching them to ask relevant questions relating to any circumstances that may improve learning outcome. So now let's clear this one. First of all, one PDI do this kind of work, encourage the students. That way you involve your students in your lesson. So your teaching style suit with the learning style of the student and current ability. Second thing, you are creating a very good atmosphere in the car where the learning is taking place. Client-centered environment for the learning can take place. Then also, when you do this thing, encouragement is like a two-way conversation. It's not like you just telling them what to do and they're just robot and they're just doing what you're telling them to do it, which is just the teaching, is not class as coaching. Coaching means two-way traffic going on, two-way conversation is going on. You tell them, they learn, they ask you, you follow, you answer. It's two-way. It's not like tell. It should be question, answer for knowledge check, sometime for understanding, sometime knowledge check for different reason. So that way your pupil can improve themselves. Learning can take place, client center, self-reflection of their own performance. So that is the way you should adopt. Now, moving next. Dependent on individual learning style, some people may be reluctant to participate, but the PDI should still promote the benefit of asking questions to the pupil. So you should tell your student, every question is important, please don't stay quiet, Can you please ask me any question, regardless you think is a stupid one for you, but is important for me to answer. So please can you ask me anything? But you should know about your student as well, that not everybody are confident enough to give you a question for their learnings. Or maybe your student is shy today not to ask you a question because you got somebody else in the car. So you encourage them again and tell them, please ask me question in the lesson as you always do. Don't be shy that you got somebody today. Don't hold your question. Every question is very important. So please ask me whenever you feel you need to ask. So don't hold the information to yourself. Just ask me. Okay? So, but you should know their personality. You should know their learning style. This person normally asks me every day, but today is not asking me. Maybe that's the reason. So you should know their style. So he's not a person who reluctant all the time. But why he's reluctant today to ask me? How come I'm telling him today and everything, suddenly he know everything? He never asked me a cross question. He's not asking me any knowledge question. He just don't ask me any example. How come today he's changed? So you must pick this kind of situation with them. Any direct question or queries from the pupil should be dealt with soon as possible. So if the student is asking you a question or any query he have, you must deal with it straight away as soon as possible, because if you do not answer him now, he will continue in his driving and he don't know the answer. He maybe get confused on some point, and while driving he will take the risk on the driving. So that is why holding a question for few seconds still can give you the big risk. So if you let it go, you will lose the number in the risk management as well. That you did not pick the body language of the student, and student was hesitating to ask you a question and he was holding the question, or he asked you something, you did not answer him in a good time, and you guys continue to the journey, and what happened? That was an important question. Now you continue the same situation where he was holding the question and now he don't know how to do it, and you guys end up in a problem. So that's risk management now. So all these competencies are linking to each other. The response may involve providing information, like PDI giving the response by providing information or directing the pupil to the suitable source. Not all the question you can give in the car at the same time. So you maybe say it's a big chapter, lot of to take, lot of big answer. I can give you the short one now, which is very important, but I am going to refer you towards the chapter number blah blah blah, book number this, rule number this, or I'm going to send you the link to watch or some kind of reading to do, or after this one I will print it out for you next time. You must read it over the night. So that means you're directing them towards the source of learning, so they can go home and do some kind of homework readings, yeah? Or you're providing them the information directly, because that is very important to do right now. Remember that wherever possible, the pupil should be encouraged to discover their answer by themselves. So that is same thing. Once somebody do the fault, analyze the fault, and before you give the remedy, you ask them what you think. Do you have any answer? Do you have any solution? So that means you're still encouraging them to come up with their own answer before you tell them the answer. However, if the PDI do need to provide information, they must ensure the pupil completely understand the information given. So remember the responsibility share. Trainer should ensure the pupil fully understand how we're going to manage the risk on the road. So that is why you ask them, do you understand what I told you? Can I ask you? Can you repeat? Can you tell me what I just tell you? So that is what you need to do. Now moving forward, people may not always have the confidence to ask a direct question. Again, you should know the personality, teaching style suit with the learning style. So maybe you already know this. They're not confident to ask the direct question. So that's same every day. Nothing changed because of the examiner. Then PDI should be able to pick up the comments of the body language that indicates uncertainty, of confusion, or suitable use technique to exploring the issues. So you must pick first of all, you look on the surrounding of people action. You know they holding the question. They're not asking you today. They got a question. I can tell they got something in their mind about the roundabout. but they are not asking me today, or they are hesitating to asking me today, or they are uncertain about something, or they're confused about something, but they're still holding the question and not asking me because they're shy, or they may be too scared to ask me, or they think the question is too stupid. I should not do it because I got the examiner, and maybe what they think, I'm so stupid. So that is why you must pick their surrounding and body language and be ready. That is important, and you maybe throw the question to them and ask their query possible. Now, indication that you are doing a good job and you're taking the 3 numbers. Your good elements are that you as a PDI creating the learning environment that encourage the pupil to ask questions throughout the session. So first of all, be friendly with them, don't scare them, don't get in the student relationship, teacher student, where teacher is high, student is low, and students are shy, and students are not confident to ask you a question, or maybe he's 18 years old and you're like 80 or 70 years old, 2 age difference, so he's not a confident to ask a question because you're too adult, too mature, and he's too young, and you think his questions are stupid questions, so he's keeping the boundary not to ask you a question. No, don't do this. So PDI should create the environment where they can ask you a question very easily. You must respond openly, repeatedly, and appropriate to queries. So openly means don't make them discourage. What kind of question is this? I told you so many times. No, don't do this. Okay, don't worry. Ask me anytime. Ask me 10 times. Same question. I don't mind. Unless you need it, I will give you the answer. Don't mind repeating. So appropriate to the queries. Next one. You providing answer of sufficient content. It's not like, oh, do I allowed to go there? Yes. But now carry on, the end of the road, turn left. So that yes is not enough answer. It's not enough comprehensive. So providing answer of sufficient content. Yes, because, for example, this. Okay, look in this book, look in this picture. So sufficient content, or directing them to the suitable source of information. As I said, if you cannot give the answer on the same day, let them go home with the homework with your help. You get 3 numbers if you do these jobs. Actively confirming with pupil if their comments or body language suggest that they may have a question. Are you holding any question? Are you confused about my answer? You did not get my example. You not agree with my answer. So check with the body language. Encourage the pupil to explore possible solution for themselves. Again, let them encourage to analyze problems and give the answer and remedy first before you do something. Now, all this kind of a job give you 3 numbers. If you do something less, at least 2 numbers. Where you get now 1 number. Indication of lack of competencies include PDI making no effort to encourage the pupil to ask questions. So for example, there is no learning environment in the car. You are not encouraging her. You're not asking the student. You're not picking his body language. You're just not creating any atmosphere of learning. Not a client center. Too much mature adult and just like a teacher student, both of them are quiet and nothing happening. You are not enjoying, student is not enjoying the lesson. You refuse to respond to queries. Again, I believe you're not going to do this. He's asking you something and you refuse to give the answer. It is not going to happen. So leave that one. Okay. Providing inaccurate or incomplete information in response to queries. Again, all the information you're providing to the student should be comprehensive, technical information, appropriate and timely. So that is why if you do this, then that line also get less number as well, linked to each other. Avoiding the question or denying responsibility for answering it. I don't know. It's not my job. Again, you're not going to do this. So that is out of the way. But you avoiding the question like means you're too busy. Can you hold your question? Let's deal this one, blah, blah, blah. And after that, you forget. So that means you are not taking that in count, that student have very good question about it and you just forget about it after that. That is what they say. If you forget, follow up. Even after you stop the car and last 2 minutes of the test you want to do the what you call feedback, still tell them, sorry, I have to give you a quick answer, but that is the right answer and that is a source of learning. For that answer I will give you this chapter to read at home. So still can follow up, it's still possible. So don't think you forget and now you can't do anything. So you still got a chance. So that was other competencies we was doing in the teaching and learning strategy in the line. So after that we just go 2 left. One is about discrimination, other is just end of the session, how you close the chapter. So thank you so much for watching. We'll be back again next time with the next 2 competencies. And after that, what I'm thinking, we're going to finish this one, then I will come back again, but this time I'm going to use the different language to use all competencies again, and then we'll make another videos where we just do one video for learnings, lesson planning, other for teaching and learning, another for risk management, like compact in 1-3 videos only. Thank you for watching and see you next time with another competency. Goodbye.